Hey guys, and welcome to the first Badger Banter podcast. So today we're going to be talking about the pros and cons of live streaming video games on Twitch. For those of you that don't know, that's what I do, and that's what got me to start this podcast. So if you're finding me on Patreon and you don't know me from Twitch, you can find my information below on how to see me live there. But this channel that I'm making is more for, well, I guess what a lot of people use Patreon for. And it's to connect with my fans on kind of a deeper level and let them know who I am outside of Twitch and outside of the video game community. So I did a poll on Twitter about what I should do my first podcast on. And it was mental health issues and women's rights, and one of the options was this, and this is what they chose, which is not a surprise because most of the people who follow me on Twitter are from Twitch and the video game community. So I'm very happy to do this for them if that's what they want, and apparently it is. So first off, I want to put in a disclaimer that I am specifically going to be coming from a place of somebody who live streams video games on Twitch. It's not the same thing if somebody records themselves like this, edits it and uploads it onto YouTube. It's a different community. They might have different feelings about what they're doing. It's not the same as the people who live stream on Twitch making music or art. They might also have a different community. So I'm specifically talking about the video game community on Twitch and what that's like to do that from somebody who hasn't been doing it very long. I started about 3 months ago, and mostly I started because I'm antisocial, big time antisocial. I don't really go out. I don't talk to many people outside of the people I have to talk to at work. So this was a way to push me out of my comfort zone and get me talking to people and just getting to know other people outside of the ones I'm already comfortable with. So I already played video games, and I had a good time talking to the people that I met through video games, the people I actively played with, and I just thought streaming was kind of a natural evolution from that. So I stuck my face onto Twitch and kind of opened myself up to the community to see if maybe they wanted to talk to me or hang out with me. So first, before we get into the nitty-gritty pros and cons, I want to talk about the preparation for live streaming on Twitch, specifically video games. So I did a lot of prep, and that tends to be my MO. I don't just kind of jump into things. I take notes. I'm a good student. So I did a lot of prep, and one of the things I did was I just got into the community. I started watching a bunch of streamers. I started interacting a lot in their chats. I got to know their mods or moderators for people who don't know. And I really kind of immersed myself in it. I learned what kind of styles I liked as far as streamers. I like people who are really casual and open. The ones that really want to talk to their chat. I'm not super interested in really great gamers. I'm not watching for their gameplay. Being really awesome at a game doesn't really impress me that much. I know it works for a lot of people. That's great, but it doesn't work for me. I'm at Twitch kind of to meet people and people who want to talk and talk about what we like and common interests, and that's what I'm into. So those are the streamers that I liked, and those are the streamers that I hung around with and I got to know. And they gave me a lot of tips, Twitch streamers, most of them, are very friendly and very helpful, and they want you to do well. And if you're a good person, then they want to help you do well. So I met a lot of people and I watched a lot of streams for a long time. Like I've been watching streams since like 2015 or something like that, but I was really watching streams for the past, I don't know, year. Yeah. Past year, really. And studying them. So that's one of the things I did. I was also watching those streams to figure out what kind of games I wanted to play. And I gravitated towards horror games because horror is my favorite genre to watch. I love watching horror gameplay. Like, I think it's interesting, and I think the streamers that play horror video games are hilarious, and they're so interactive, and they're so fun to watch. And I just love horror as a genre. So I thought I'd try that first. It didn't really work out in the way that I expected. I thought because I love to watch it, I'd love to stream it, which turned out not to be the case. I'm not very fun to watch, one, in horror, because I don't get scared. I do not get scared, like, ever, in video games. I don't jump. I don't scream. I just kind of play. And that's not that fun to watch. Like, you want the streamer to be, like, kind of scared. It's more enjoyable. I also don't really enjoy playing games by myself. Like, I like sitting on my bed with my Xbox and playing games when it's just me. But I don't like streaming alone. I need some kind of, like, dialogue exchange to kind of bring me out of my shell. So horror wasn't really working out. And that's okay. It's okay to start streaming one kind of game or one specific game and decide a couple months in that it's not for you, and to change, to rebrand. That's fine. If it's not working, change it. So I also bought a lot of things for my channel before, like, I'd even started. I had all of my overlays and my emotes before I was even an affiliate. I had emotes and sub badges and custom music. You know, I paid quite a bit of money going into it. And because I wanted things to be perfect, that's just kind of how I am. I'm very prepared. And I just wanted everything to be really good. So I put some money in. And I think you should. It does make you stand out. It does make a difference. You don't have to. There are a lot of websites that offer free tools for making or getting pre-made overlays, and you should use them. You don't have to spend money. There are many, many ways that you can get free overlays and art and things like that. But there's also ways to do it cheap. Like me, I used Fiverr for, like, everything. And it worked out really well. But you don't have to spend a lot of money. The point is, though, to put in effort. There are a lot of streamers on Twitch who don't have kind of anything on their page to make them stand out, to make them unique, to make it look like they actually care about their stream. Which, considering that you can get that kind of stuff for free, doesn't really make sense to me. But I mean, maybe they have their reasons. I just don't know. But when I go into a stream, I want to see some effort. I think that's one of the reasons people mostly like to watch streams with cameras, because it's a little more effort for the streamer to use a cam and to look presentable. I know some don't for various tech reasons. They can't support it or whatever, and that's fine. They just find other ways to kind of make up for not having a cam, which is like a huge personality or an amazing voice, which some of them have. And that's fine. Like, you just got to make it work for you. But the point is to look like you're actually putting in an effort to care about your stream and to provide good content, because there is a lot of content on Twitch. And if you're not trying to stand out, then you're just going to fade back. So that was a lot of prep. Months of prep before I even did my first live stream. So let's kind of get into the pros and cons. Let's start with the pros. We'll start with the good stuff. So Twitch and live streaming has been a huge creative outlet. I'm a very creative person. I think a lot of introverts are. I'm a writer. I love writing. I love art, even though I can't do art. I'm really bad at it. I love music. I'm listening to music 24 hours a day, except when I'm sleeping, obviously. I love music. I just love art in its many varieties. And Twitch has allowed me to kind of explore a different avenue of creativity and coming up with new ways for my viewers to interact in my stream. Every day that I stream is different. It's different. Every day is an opportunity to try something new, to push myself, to be more interesting than I actually am. And it's one of those few communities where you can go over the top and it's perfectly acceptable. Like, I don't need to say names, but like guys or girls who throw on some crazy wigs or sunglasses or a crazy leather jacket and just act a fool in the most entertaining way. And you can really do that there. You can really just throw yourself into it and just go over the top. And maybe you stick with that, maybe you don't, but it doesn't really matter, because as long as you're being entertaining and being kind, people are going to come back and they're going to want to watch you. Which kind of leads me to my second one, which is the friendships you make doing this. So if you do it the right way, and there is a right way, you go into somebody's stream and you spend time with them and with their viewers, and you talk to them daily or several times a week. You go in as much as you can. You talk, you interact, you give some of yourself to that community. That's the right way. You will make friends, period. You will make friends in that community, whether it's viewers and usually the streamer themselves that you're going to be friends with. Done that way, these friendships are some of the best I've had in my entire life. Most of the streamers I know are extremely selfless and extremely giving, and they want to see you succeed. They want to help, and they want to be a part of it. They want to be a viewer in your community. So those friendships are probably the best part of this. They're what gets me to go back every day. Because my viewers now are made up of at least half, are other streamers. And I just love them. And it's worth it. It's worth it for them to do it every day. So, the other pro is it's a shit ton of fun. It's a lot of fun. And there are good days and bad days, but this is the pros, so we're talking about the good days. On the good days, it's a lot of fun, but maybe not the kind of fun you're thinking about. So fun when you're playing video games just with your friends. Not streaming, just playing with your friends. That's fun, right? That's like normal fun. Streaming is a productive fun. It's fun like having a job that you really like going to. It's not easy. And it's not, or I should say, it's still work. It's fun work. So, I don't know. It's just different. It's different than I expected. Like, I knew it would be work, but I didn't expect maybe the amount of work, and we'll get to that in the cons. But it is different than just kicking back and playing games with your friends. It's a fulfilling, productive kind of fun that you get from going to a good job every day, or taking a class in college that you really enjoy. Like, you're still doing homework, or you're still going to work, but you enjoy it mostly. So, the cons. It's a lot of work. Like, it's a lot of work. It definitely, when I first started, felt like I took on a full-time job on top of my full-time job. Because it's not just like, oh, I'll stream from 5 to 9 in the evening, and that's it. That's it. No. Yes, you may stream from 5 to 9, but you have about an hour before that you need to be prepping and blasting social media and fixing yourself and whatever you have to do. And then there's like an hour after that of just kind of closing it down and checking in on the person that you rated with your live stream, with your party. And that's just the immediate time. And you add on the editing of your videos for social media or to post on YouTube. And then the other huge, huge part is interacting in other communities. If you just did your videos and never went into anyone's chat, you wouldn't get very far. I don't think. I only know what I've experienced. And the people who don't reach out to the rest of the community, they just don't meet people. Like, they might get stragglers that come in and they might build a small following, but I think you really need the community to kind of pull you up. So, you spend a lot of time in other streams. A lot of time. And the more you do that, the more time you spend in streams, because you meet more people and you want to support those people as well, so you end up in their streams. Maybe not to the extent that I do. For the people who know me, I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere. I'm constantly in a stream, interacting and watching and trying to be a part of their community. And that's not for everyone. That's for me. I really enjoy that. So I do that a lot. But you do need to do that somewhat. And doing that takes up more hours of your week. And even when I'm not doing that, I'm researching ways to make my stream better, or what do I need to buy to make my stream better? What art should I have made? I'm constantly thinking about it. So it is a lot of work. Whatever you're thinking, like, this is how much time it'll take out of my week, double it. Just double it. So you're not surprised by just the sheer amount of work it is. Because it really is. I can't stress that enough. Be prepared. And don't overextend yourself. Start small. Like, don't jump in and say, I'm going to stream 5-7 days a week. Even if it's just a few hours. Okay, don't. Pick a couple of days and start there. And then build up as you get used to it. And as you realize how to time manage what the content you're creating. All right. Second, sometimes it can be difficult to find your voice in Twitch. And that's just because of the sheer volume of streamers there are out there. A lot of streamers will say, just play what you love, and the people will come. Kind of. One, we already know that playing what you love may be a little difficult. Like in my case, I loved horror, and I thought, for sure, that's what I'm going to do. That had to change because what you love to play may not be what you love to stream. And what you enjoy streaming the most may not be a game that you originally liked. Like me. One of the main games that I stream is Realm Royale, which is a battle royale game, which I don't like. I don't like battle royales. But I love it because I love playing it with my friends. And I love streaming it. It wasn't something I would have picked on my own. It wasn't something I would have played on my own before streaming. But I kind of fell into it. And I think you really need to be open to trying other things. Playing solo, playing with other people, playing with a big group of people or a small group of people or just one person. Figuring out what works best for you and what gives your viewers your best self. My best self for my viewers is playing with other people because it pulls me out of my shell and it makes me talk more than I would if I'm just playing alone or playing a quiet horror game where I'm probably just going to like stare at the screen like that, which is not very entertaining. So you have to find your niche, and that is easier said than done. But once you do find what you love, once you do find what's best for your channel, it may still not work. Maybe it's super slow. Maybe you're just not getting viewers in. Maybe you're sitting there alone in your stream and getting sad by that little 0 marker that says nobody's in there watching you. And it happens. It happens. Yes, you have to grind. You have to slog through that sadness, because it is sad, that sadness, and you have to keep streaming. But also, you have to get out there. You have to meet more people. You have to network. Networking sounds kind of harsh. But you need to meet more people. And it's not like a follow for a follow situation where, oh, if I go hang out in this guy's stream for a while, he'll come hang out in mine. That's not the way it works. That's not the way it works. And they will know. We will know if that's what you're trying to do. Because this is what we do. We know it. So you're actually trying to build friendships. And that's what you need to be doing. If you're having trouble getting people in there, then you need to get out there and network more. You need to make more friends. It's hard to find a balance, especially at first, because people tend to just like jump in, like I did. I absolutely did. I was streaming when I started streaming, it was like 5 or 6 days a week. No, too much, especially when you're new, when you haven't figured out how much work it's going to take or how to balance that kind of work-life situation. And talking back to what I was before when we were discussing the pros of it being fun, it is a job. It does feel like a job. A fun job, but it's still a job. And just like normal work, you need to take time for yourself that's not work. So this does not count. Just because I'm playing video games doesn't mean I'm relaxed. If anything, I'm even more tense doing this than I am doing my actual job. So you have to find a balance. You have to find time to turn off the streams, including watching streams. I'm sorry, guys. Turn off the streams and do something else. Whatever it is. Something outside of Twitch or outside of live streaming that has nothing to do with your channel, to find a balance. And that is hard to do because it does kind of just consume your life. It just takes over until it's what you're thinking about all the time. What else? Oh, there are aspects that are a little less fun. So the stress, obviously, of wanting your content to be good and working really hard for that. Exhaustion from overworking yourself and not getting enough sleep when you have to go to a real job in the morning. The drama. Ooh. Guys, I don't want to say it's like high school, but it can be like high school. I mean, and I'm sure the other platforms are very similar. Well, we know YouTube is, right? We've seen the YouTube videos on the drama and the adversarial competitions between certain YouTubers and whatever. Twitch is no different. Twitch has its drama. It has a lot of like back channel, behind the back talking. It's a lot. And that definitely weighs on people. It weighs on me for sure. I don't like hearing the negativity. I don't like being a part of it. I don't really want it in my stream. I have buckled down quite a lot on if people come in like bad mouthing another streamer, or I just cut it out. I just have no interest in that in my channel. I have no interest in bashing other streamers for their content, whatever it may be. Even the ones who maybe deserve a bit of bashing because their content is mean. But I just don't like it in my channel. I just don't want it as a part of what I'm doing. But there is a lot of that. And it can weigh on you, and it can make you feel negative. So, yeah, gamers, unsurprisingly, are competitive. They're very competitive. And they're prone to making, like, snap judgments and decisions. While most of them are amazing people, a lot of them can watch a short video of somebody and decide what kind of person they are. And I don't know if that's just our breed, but yeah, it can lead to a lot of drama that just kind of, oh dear, it's going to be one of those days is what it feels like. So that's kind of the general pros and cons of live streaming. So it's a great creative outlet, and you will make probably some of the best friends maybe ever. It's a lot of fun in a productive way. It's also a lot of work. It's a lot of energy and time and money. And it can drain you. It can really drain you if you don't balance that with life outside of Twitch and your normal job. And the drama can definitely get a bit old very quickly. Very quickly. So, how do I feel about streaming now? It was a lot harder, or it is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. I put way more money into it than I thought I would, at least that early. And it's a lot more draining than I thought it'd be. And like I said at the beginning, I am an introvert. I get drained from social interaction. I'm not shy. I'm very confident and I'm very open. I need quiet time and time to myself, a lot of time to myself to kind of recharge. And it drains me. It drains me a lot. It's good for me because it pushes me out of my comfort zone. At the same time, it's exhausting for me. I still love it. And I don't know if I always will. I don't know if I'll still love it a year from now. But right now, I still love it. I love the people I've met. And every day is different. It could be an amazing day. It could be an amazing day. Or it could be a really bad day. And there are bad days where you just don't get any viewers, or your system crashes, or the game won't work. No matter what you do, the game just won't work for whatever reason, because technology, that's why. But those days get outweighed eventually. But it can be hard. It can be hard to see past those days sometimes. And those days, there are going to be moments where you're like, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm tired. Nothing works. Nobody's here. I just want to quit. And maybe you will. Maybe it won't be right for you. But most of those days, I can jump into another stream, or I can jump into my friend or another streamer's Discord, and they're going to remind me of why I'm doing it every day. And that's special. That's something that you just don't get a lot of places, and something that's pretty unique to what we do. The support is unreal. And they really don't want you to quit. They don't. They will fight for you to stay. Even if they don't watch you, even if they don't watch your work, they don't want you to quit. They do want you to succeed. So I still love it. And I don't know if I'll do it forever. But that's okay. It's okay not to know. And it's okay to shut off the computer or the console and say, I'm not streaming today. I'm not doing it today, guys. I don't feel it. I need some time to be by myself. And if the people in your community are the right people, then they'll say, cool, man, see you tomorrow. And I think I have the right people. So, yeah, I still love it for now. All right, that's going to be it for the first Badger Banter podcast. I will make another video next week. I'll upload one a week to start, and we'll see how it goes. But that's it for today. And I hope you guys come see me live on Twitch. My information is on my page. So stop by and say hi. Leave comments down below. Leave suggestions of other podcasts you'd like to see. I'm pretty open to talking about anything. So yeah, let me know what you want to see. That's what I'm here for. Thanks, guys.